It is the night of the 22nd of First Seed, 4th Era, Year 1, 95. And as it may appear quiet in the rift, it is about to be anything but that, as Maven's plan to take out Vasha is about to begin. And so, we continue our story.
So far, no one has been able to touch this cat. That all changes tonight, my dear family. Are we all clear on what needs to be done?
Of course, Astrid. I set them up. You knock them down. Sounds simple enough.
You'll be in there against your own kind. They'll spot you quickly. You need to be swift and direct to the point. Once you make contact, Nazir and the 2 initiates will clear the way. Gabriella and I will mop up any stragglers left behind.
Don't you worry about us, Astrid. I've been training these 2 for a while. They're ready to show us what they can do.
Eosapace. Good. Then we're ready to begin. Remember, Maven is paying a lot for this contract, so under no circumstances do we engage her son Sibby Blackbriar. Everyone else is expendable. Babette, my dear, you're up.
I wish we had more contracts like these. I miss the family being together like this.
May Sithis guide you.
Hello there.
Oh, you must be one of the boss's girls. Kind of late to be out here in the rift alone like that, little one. You should probably arrange an escort next time.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. You never know what's out there, right?
Just go on ahead inside. Wait a minute, you don't belong here.
Halt! Boss doesn't normally send for visitors like you at this hour. Come back in the morning.
Oh, believe me, the boss is going to want to hear what I have to say. It's extremely important, and for his ears only. Let's just say, it's to die for.
Fine. Whatever. Just go already.
I'd get out of here now if I were you.
You don't need to tell me twice.
And what's this that we have here?
You have a sick hobby, Vasha. But as long as you keep your personal life personal, we're good.
Vasha did not send for her.
Hi there. I've been looking for you.
Oh, and what do we have here? Tell me, young one, who sent you?
No! Get away from her! I won't allow this to happen to anyone else. Get away from her.
Today's your lucky day, Mr. Khajiit. I have some friends who are dying to meet you.
You can't fool Vasha, vampire. You clearly have no idea what you walked into.
Well, it looks like that's my cue. See ya.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh no, we're under attack!
You dare attack Vasha in his den. Vasha will skin you alive.
Don't hurt me! I gotta get out of here now!
They're here to kill Vasha. They need to kill him now.
The bloodsuckers will feast well tonight. Ha 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 ha. You have no idea of the line you crossed, do you, Sandbag? For Vasha will see to it that you are chopped into mighty fine pieces of meat and then thrown in a sack to present to the vampires.
Keep talking, kitty cat.
One needs to be worthy to hear Vasha's words. And indeed, you are not worthy, friend. So, Vasha will only ask you this once. You are obviously not with the forebears who attacked me earlier. So that raises the question, who sent you?
You can go muck yourself in oblivion for all I care, kitty cat. Because if I were you, I'd run.
What pitiful last words. Oh well, off to meet your maker then.
Your vile days end now, Vasha! No longer will I or any other child know your wrath ever again.
Oh, my dear Lydia. So you have decided to stab Vasha in the back after all? Your gods do know the irony. Vasha cannot deny it.
I don't care if you kill me, Vasha. Because as long as you die, I know this world will be better off without you in it. And if I need to be the one to kill you myself, so be it.
No, you won't, my dear Lydia. Because you have yet to see the true extent of Vasha's wrath. Now, die!
Not so fast, kitty.
And look at what we have here.
Looks like today's your lucky day, Nord.
Who are you?
Oh, you don't need to worry about that, hon. Gabby put our friend to sleep. I think she might be able to benefit us.
I think she might too. Don't worry, this will only sting a bit.
We lost the initiates, but this Nord woman did save my life. What do you plan to do with her, Astrid?
Maven wants this cat dead, and the terms of his death are entirely up to me. So why not have a little fun first? Let's get them loaded up.
You're the boss.
And so, the Dark Brotherhood proves victorious against Redwater Den, as the attack successfully manages to infiltrate and capture the most notorious skooma kingpin on this side of Tamriel. Vasha, the defiler of daughters. But unfortunately, Vasha wasn't the only victim of the Dark Brotherhood on this night, as many of Vasha's henchmen now lie dead. And as the Dark Brotherhood brought out Vasha to be transferred to a specific place for his execution, there was another who would also be going along with the vile Khajiit. For it would appear that Lydia's luck keeps on getting the attention of the gods, as she is now involved in the Dark Brotherhood's plan.
Mount them both onto Shadowmere. I'll ride them out to the old cabin on the Yalmarch coast. Maven will have her corpse eventually, and I think our new friend here will be the direct cause of it. So, let's see how this pans out, shall we?
Vasha and Lydia are put onto Astrid's horse, as she begins her journey to depart the rift. For it would appear that Vasha may finally be out of lives, as it appears that Maven's plan has worked successfully. But unfortunately, Lydia has also now become involved as in a bizarre streak of events. It would appear that Lydia's deepest wish has finally been granted. The wish to leave the rift for good. And so, Astrid continues on with the plan, as she rides through the night to Vasha's final destination. But this night wasn't just troubling for both Vasha and Lydia, as it would appear that their fate is somehow entwined into the fate of another citizen. A citizen who would find it rather difficult to sleep on this particular night back at Shore's Stone. For Athuur Wolfsong would soon learn that there are things in his past that he hasn't truly recovered from, things that still haunt his dreams to this day. Regardless of what he tells others, and himself.
No matter how much I try to distract myself in the world, I still find my heart weighted down by my actions. Actions I find myself unable to move on from.
Athuur, what's wrong? You seem to be uneasy.
I am sorry, Sylgia. I did not mean to awaken you. It's just that I find myself afraid. I took the lives of so many of my kinsmen in that prison, and it dawns on me that perhaps that they could have lived better lives than myself. And what makes it worse is that I truly feel as if I have no place in this world, regardless of how much good that I try to do for the people around me. It will never change what I've done.
Athuur, no, that's not who you are. You do have a place here in this world. How can you not see that? Just look at what you managed to accomplish in the short time you've been free. And as long as you stay who you are, I am sure you will continue to do great things here in Skyrim. My mother sees it, I see it, and I am sure you see it too. You just have to believe in yourself, just as your father believed in you, Athuur.
My father was truly a better man than me, Sylgia, and not a day goes by where I wish he had survived instead of me. But even if I can become half the man he is, then perhaps I could find some purpose in this world. But I still find myself afraid.
Afraid of what, Athuur?
Afraid of failure, afraid of letting my father down, and afraid of facing the Thalmor.
Athuur, it's okay to be afraid. You are only human after all. You can't expect to be perfect and brave all the time.
Perhaps I am not as healed as I thought I led myself to believe. And perhaps the Thalmor has broken me further than I initially thought.
It's okay, Athuur. Just lay down and try to clear your mind.
I'll try.
Everything is going to be okay, Athuur. Everything is going to be okay.
And so it would appear that Athuur still has much to recover from, as he can no longer hide how he truly feels from within. For Athuur still needs more time to heal his mind and soul. And even though he has done what he can to clear these distractions by committing himself to a noble and righteous path, he cannot mask the pain that resides inside him. But as morning begins to arrive, it would appear that it would be time for Lydia to face the pain that she has always dreaded, the pain that is the sole point of all her misery, the pain that is known as Vasha. And so, Lydia's grand moment is now at hand.
Wakey, wakey, my dear. It's time to rise and shine.
Where am I? Who are you? And why am I here?
Does it matter? You're warm, dry, and still very much alive. Which is more than we can say for the 2 initiates we lost trying to catch this cat. But that's besides the point. You're here for another reason.
I don't understand. Why am I here? Isn't Vasha your target?
Maybe. Or maybe I'm here for you. What do you think?
But that doesn't make any sense, my lady. I'm just a humbled servant who got caught up into this mess. I'm afraid there isn't much I can offer you.
Just take a look behind you.
Lydia, is that you? Lydia, can you hear me? Come get this mask off me at once.
Vasha is still alive? Who are you people?
That he is, my dear. Like I said, who we are doesn't really concern you, but what I am about to tell you to do next will concern you greatly. You following me so far? Because you're going to be the one that ends his life.
Lydia, don't listen to that assassin. Untie me quickly, and I will see to it that they are dealt with accordingly.
You want me to kill Vasha? I don't think I can do that. I'm not a killer.
Of course you are, my dear. Just look onto the table on your left.
But I don't think I should be the one to kill him.
Oh, believe me, hun. You definitely should be the one to kill him, because this isn't a request. Now, go pick up the blade. I know the look of violation all too well, and something tells me that you hate this particular Khajiit, perhaps more than anyone else alive right now. So do us all a favor and do what needs to be done.
This world would be much cleaner without Vasha in it. But if I cross that line, I will never be the same.
Oh, hun. I think we both know there was never going to be any return from this. Now go do what your heart is telling you to do, so that you can finally end this chapter of your life. Once he is dead, you'll be free to leave and do whatever it is you want. You'll have complete freedom. All you have to do is kill him, and it's yours.
As long as he lives, I'll never be free.
Then do what needs to be done. I'll be watching.
My dearest Lydia, I knew you'd come crawling back to me. You were always my favorite one after all.
Shut up. Just shut up. You've ruined so many lives. You've taken everything from me.
Ha 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 ha. But I gave you life, Lydia. I taught you how to survive. And now you're going to kill me? How poetic.
You need to be stopped.
By who? You? Don't make me laugh.
If I have to, I will.
Oh, come now, Lydia. You're still not afraid of me, are you? I'm bound and gagged. What could I possibly do to you now?
Look me in the eyes, Vasha. Because I won't let you win anymore. You have taken everything from me. But I won't let you take my soul.
Your soul? Ah. You sold that to me a long time ago, Lydia. And now, you're just a shell of what you once were. For Vasha knows that you will always be a cheap whore. Vasha knows this because you have always been weak. Even now, when you are holding a dagger and Vasha is bound, you still prove my point, Lydia.
You're wrong, Vasha. You have no idea what it means to endure what you've put me through.
As long as people like you exist, you can always expect there will be folks like Vasha who will prey upon them. Just look at what the strong can accomplish. Did you know that Maven Blackbriar started out as a whore just like you? She seduced my business partner and eventually wanted the business for herself. Joseph Blackbriar was a good partner, but the inevitable was bound to happen. Maven hired me to kill her husband and my friend of 20 years. And did Vasha hesitate? No, he did not. And do you know why, my dearest Lydia? Because Vasha is willing to do whatever it takes to ensure his survival and insert his dominance over the weak, such as yourself.
You truly are a monster, Vasha. You're the reason why the Blackbriars are the way they are.
What can Vasha say? Maven is a very ambitious person. I bet it was Maven who even put this contract out on Vasha. Oh, but don't you worry about that. Vasha will see to it that she gets what's coming to her. Yes, Vasha will start with Maven's daughter first, Ingun. She was a fun one, that one.
I can't do this. I've never killed anyone. No, I'm stronger than this. He needs to die. You monster! You've destroyed so many lives, and now it's your turn to pay.
Ah, Lydia, my dearest of them all. We both know you don't have what it takes to kill me. You'll never have what Vasha has.
I don't need to have what you have to become strong, Vasha, because Lady Mara will forgive me, which is more than I can say I will ever do for you.
Well done. You finally found your freedom from that monster.
I can't believe I did it. I'm a killer.
Oh no, hun. You're not a killer. You're a liberator. You freed yourself and others from Vasha's grasp. I'm sure a cat like that would have plenty of enemies and victims. Be proud of what you accomplished her today.
I don't feel proud. I feel sick. I can't believe I took a life.
You did what needed to be done, and now you're free to live your own life on your own terms. No more chains, no more bondage. You're a free woman now.
I don't feel free. I feel as if I just betrayed my own beliefs. And myself.
It's a brutal world out there. But you already knew that, didn't you?
All too well. And now, I'm the same as him. A killer.
Well, if you ever want to perfect those killing skills of yours, look me up in Falkreath. Just be sure to remember, silence, my brother. See you around.
The deed is done. Vasha now lies dead, killed by a Nord woman who he thought he had under control. For Lydia has proven to herself that she can be fierce if the moment calls for it, as she looks upon the corpse of the slain defiler. A corpse that will never harm her or anyone else ever again.
I'm sorry, Lady Mara. I didn't want to, but I had to do it. He was going to hurt so many more. I had to stop him. And so, I killed you, Vasha. But I'm not like you. I won't let you turn me into a killer. I won't let you win. I'm stronger than that. Farewell, Vasha. May you find compassion in your next life.
And so Lydia picks herself back up and begins to leave, as she embraces this new side of her. A much more confident side of her, as the lessons she was forced to learn with Vasha will always echo through her actions going forward. But as Lydia stepped outside the cabin, she would soon learn that she isn't out of the woods just yet. But as Lydia emerged from the cabin, a newfound sense of confidence stirred within her. She had faced a horrible evil and triumphed, but her resolve was soon tested by an unknown landscape before her. The swampy waters and cold breeze of Hjalmarch stretched out like an alien world. a far cry from the rugged streets of Riften she knew so well.
Mara's Mercy. What is this place? Where am I? This can't be Skyrim. It's so different. The rift is nothing like this. I've never seen such a landscape. And the air, it's so damp. What have I gotten myself into?
The shock of this new environment was palpable, but Lydia's innate resilience began to assert itself. She took her first step forward, and then another. Her eyes soaking in the sights and sounds of this strange new world with each step. Her confidence grew, her fear giving away to wonder and curiosity. But as Lydia continued to look for civilization, she would soon be reminded again of how harsh life in Skyrim can be.
Wait, there are people fighting. I better seek cover quickly. Why are they fighting? I better stay out of sight.
Think you could sneak up on us like that? I'll turn your corpse into my personal servant.
Please, I'm not involved in this. I'm lost and just wanted help.
Sure you are, Lord. Now die.
Looks like Malakath favors me today. Look at what I found here.
Well, that's all of them.
You think it's true what they said about Gato being attacked?
We'll find out eventually. Where's the orc?
Hi there. Guess today's your lucky day. No telling what that necromancer was going to do to you.
Please, I have nothing to do with this. I stumbled upon this area by mistake. I mean no one any harm.
No need to worry, my lady. You're safe with me. I did, after all, just saved you from a gruesome death. What's a pretty lady like you doing out here in the marshes anyway?
Oh, look. He's found another one. But she ain't part of their crew. How'd she end up out here?
Good question. Too bad it won't matter.
Thank you. You saved my life, and I'm grateful for that, sir. You have my sincerest thanks. But I'm lost and don't know where I am. If you could point me to the nearest town, I'll be on my way, sir.
Lost, huh? These parts of Skyrim can be very dangerous. What's your name, my lady?
My name is Lydia, sir.
Lydia, huh? I like that name. It's a pretty name that matches your pretty face.
Thank you, sir. But I just want to find my way out of this place. I don't mean to hold up any more of your time. I just want to find the nearest town as soon as possible.
But what about my reward? Clearly an act of heroism deserves a reward. Wouldn't you agree, Lydia?
You would be correct. But I'm afraid I don't have any gold on me or any means of a reward on me, sir. Just my sincerest thanks.
Oh, that's where you're wrong, Lydia. You see, killing all these bandits has kinda made my back sore. And I think a massage would help relieve some stress. Plus, you get to work with the most handsome orc in Tamriel. Sounds like a fair trade. What do you say, my lady?
You want me to give you a massage? Out here? In the middle of nowhere?
Why not? It does sound like a fair reward for clearing out these bandits for you.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
Oh, come on, Lydia. It will be fun.
I'm sorry, sir, but I shouldn't do that. I'll find the way on my own. Thank you for your help today, sir.
Hey, wait a minute. You forgot about my reward. Nobody turns their back on me and walks away. Get back here! You don't want to give me my reward, fine. I'll take something else instead.
Please, no, you're hurting me.
And there he goes. Again.
Yep. Try not to take so long with this one, will ya?
Please, don't do this.
Should have given me my reward, Nord. Now the fun begins.
Stop this, now. Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to see anyone get hurt.
Oh, really? You think you could harm me? By Malakath, I swear these broads are delusional. What's a weak little Nord going to do to a powerful orc warrior like myself, huh?
I'm not weak. You'll see what I'm capable of, too.
Is that right? Don't make me laugh.
Let go of me. I'm not scared of you.
Good. That makes my prize that much more worth it.
And so, the brave Lydia tried with all her might to stop the orc from ravaging her body, as her newfound confidence was no match against this brute. For this orc has become infatuated with his own desires, as Lydia once again sees how truly harsh this world is. Tears pour from her eyes as the orc takes his prize, while Lydia remains helpless to the onslaught. And once the horrible act was done, Lydia would sooner ask for death, as the orc had other plans for her.
Okay, guys, I'm ready. We can leave now.
Umern, what in the name of Mother Almalexia are you doing?
I like this one. This one is tough and doesn't die off so easily like the others. So I'd figure I would bring her along for whenever I get one of those urges. So, can I keep her?
You serious, mate? You have got to kick back on that skooma a bit. No, we can't bring her. What's wrong with you?
Ah, come on. You know how I get sometimes.
Umern, once we're in the rift, you can choose any woman you want. This one will only slow us down. Best to kill her off now and carry on to our destination. Besides, you want to try the new red skooma, right? So, let's leave this woman to her fate and get on with it.
Fine. She was probably going to die off anyway. Plus, that new red skooma does sound pretty enticing. So let's get to it.
Good choice, mate.
I swear you find the most interesting travel companions.
And so, Skyrim's harsh environment proves victorious again, as Lydia barely survives her first confrontation on her own. A confrontation that pushed Lydia far beyond her limit, as she lays there completely discarded, violated, and devastated, as if there was no worth to her life at all. She lays there waiting for death, as her newly found confidence after slaying Vasha was taken from her in the most brutal of ways. As if she finally realizes that life in Skyrim will always be harsh, no matter what path she chooses. For Lydia has now lost all hope in life and awaits a cold and suffering death. But death would not come soon enough for Lydia, as it would appear that the gods are still watching her, and has other plans in store for her.
Whoa, easy, girl. Looks like we've stumbled upon a bandit deal gone wrong. Damn. She's still alive? Hang in there. This potion should help.
Just let me die. I've suffered long enough.
Looks like the gods have other plans for you, traveler. What's your name, citizen?
Lydia. Lydia of Riften.
Riften, huh? You're a long way from home. Wait a moment. Lydia of Riften. Ah, yes. The dancer from Riften. Looks like you've managed to escape the Blackbriars after all. But I got to tell you, I don't think this new crew of yours is a good fit for you, Lydia. They seem kind of dug up, if you ask me.
I remember you. The Thane from Whiterun.
Thane Tristor at your service, my lady. Now let's find you clothing. This blanket I have should keep you warm. So what happened to you, Lydia? How'd you end up way out here?
I was lost and stumbled upon these bandits fighting each other. One of them...
Say no more, Lydia. Skyrim has a way of bringing out the worst in some folks. But you survived, and that's all that counts. And one day you'll be stronger because of it.
I tried to fight back Thane Tristor, but he was too strong. I couldn't.
Hey, you don't owe me any explanation. You're alive now and free.
But I don't want to return to Riften.
Then don't. You choose what you do with your life, remember?
I wish I was stronger.
You are, Lydia. That you are.
Thank you, Thane Tristor, for saving my life.
Anytime, Lydia. Anytime.
And so, the gods deemed Lydia worthy of life, as she is saved at the last minute by a familiar face, Thane Tristor of Whiterun. For Lydia has paid for her freedom, and is ready to begin a new life away from Riften, as she rides with the Thane to her new destination, and her new home. But as the gods continued to steer the souls of certain individuals, back in the Imperial Heartland would also be no different. For this is the day that many crazed fans of the arena have been waiting for. The long-awaited rematch of Nagrub Grodushnik versus the Ebony Warrior. The fans of the arena wait with anticipation, as the roar of the crowd can be heard throughout the entirety of the Imperial City. But for one particular citizen, waiting was not their specialty.
He should have been here by now. He will not take my glory away from me. Not this time. Face me, Grand Champion. I will not be given a title that was meant to be earned. Malakath will not accept anything less. I will not accept anything less.
But as Nagrub continued to have his patience tested, little did he know that his opponent, the Grand Champion, had other plans to pursue. For Eshan Wyatok had already made up his mind that he no longer wishes to partake in the arena, easily forfeiting the title of Grand Champion as he looks upon the last book that his son was reading, a book about a Breton king who went to the Nord afterlife of Sovngarde upon his death, a king who would do anything to reunite with his family. And so Eshan Wyatok finally makes his decision.
No matter of my accomplishments, it will never tower the love that I had for them. And if this Breton king was able to be granted access to the afterlife of the Sovngarde, then perhaps I can too. Even if it's the slightest of possibilities, I must try. And so, I must don my armor once more. Forgive me, Freya, but I do this for you and for Kenji. May your gods guide me from here and onwards.
And so, Eshan Wyatok leaves his previous life behind, abandoning his name as he once more embraces his former title of the Forgotten Hero, a title that he swore that he would never bear again, as he now vows to seek a path to Sovngarde, leaving everything that he once had with his family behind him, as he leaves the deed to his home on the doorstep for anyone to take. And so, this warrior in ebony armor has chosen his path. And although some paths can be chosen, that is not the case for Athuur, as he still finds himself struggling to find his place in this new world. For there will be a time when a great burden will be bestowed upon him, one that will force him to rise beyond his capable means and embrace a responsibility, regardless if he wants it or not. But as far as Lydia's journey, it would appear that Lady Mara has finally granted her a long-awaited wish, one that she has proudly earned.
Welcome to your new home, Lydia.
Thane Tristor, I want to become stronger. Can you teach me how to fight?
Of course, Lydia. It would be my honor.
For it now appears that Lydia is finally ready to begin the next chapter of her life, along with Nagrub, Gordushnik.
What type of cowardly blasphemy is this? To be handed the title of Grand Champion in such a way is treacherous.
But as one champion leaves, a new one rises. For it would appear that the gods have chosen their villains and their heroes. And all those who lie in between.
For when the time comes and he is ready, he will come to us. This man, this hero, this leader, this Dragonborn, he will be the one that will bear the title. This one they call Athuur Wolfsong.
But time is not on our side. You said it yourself. We need this Athuur Wolfsong now.
Do not worry, husband of mine. I'll live long enough to ensure that he hears my words. For he will have to overcome his own battles from within before he hears what the gods have in store for him.
It's been nearly 200 years since a Dragonborn has emerged. How can you be sure he will be up for the challenges to come?
He won't at first. But once he understands his burden, then he will do what needs to be done. But until that time comes, we will continue to remain at his mercy.
By your word, my Jarl.